Hey
to
guys,
JBO live stream.
that's it. We are live on all three platforms now. All
Right.
right. Hey Andrew, how's it going? How's everything, buddy?
We're live on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Nice of
How
you
you
to make
guys
it.
doing? So happy to be here with you, hanging out with all of you.
Andrew, I see you over here in Instagram as well as on YouTube. Super cool. We have people on both platforms today. How is everyone doing? So remember, guys, again, as
Hi,
usual.
Marlon.
Hey Mar, how are you? Thanks for joining. Awesome. We have people joining in from Instagram. Let's get this going
Today's
here.
topic is: would you travel in 2022?
Yes, yes, yes. So we definitely want to hear from you guys in
Hi
this
from
live stream.
Australia.
Australia in the house. Awesome. So we also want to let you guys know that here on YouTube, we're going live on YouTube as well. We have Chris and Martha from Go to Hawaii on our channel. We're going to be bringing them in just a second. So if you guys also want to communicate with them, I suggest you head over to our YouTube channel. And I'm going to be bringing them in right now.
Hi guys, long time no see.
How's it going?
Good.
Good,
You
good.
guys look great.
Yeah, you guys look
All
you look
right.
Yeah.
awesome.
You guys
Can
look
I have
awesome.
your headphones? Let me get rid of.
There you go. Better.
Can't hear them.
Travel. Thank you, James.
Awesome. So we already have people answering the question. So again, guys, the question is today, will you guys travel in 2022? And are you kind of terrified? I know some of you guys are very reserved about traveling based on everything going on, and it's totally understandable. So Chris is right now in Hawaii, of course. And what's the situation in Hawaii? Are you seeing more people there? Or I know Hawaii has been spiking. Is there less people coming? What is it like there right now?
So right now we are steady. I guess it's not full blown yet at this point. Currently, we are only getting mainly the American tourists here because Asian markets still closed due to the fact that they got stricter law over there where coming here is not a problem, but going back home is a problem with them. Also, European market is slow right now because the fear of Omicron is a lot bigger over in European side of the house, so that's
Well,
slowing it
not in
down.
Mexico. There are a
Not
lot of
Mexico.
Europeans here in Mexico.
Yes, a lot of Europeans.
Good, good,
Oh, wow.
good, good. That's good to know.
Okay.
But the only thing that's holding a lot of people is that there's a lot more restrictions in place here in Hawaii. Vice traveling to Mexico, they got that I guess the restriction on the shots and the testing requirements. That's kind of hindering people into just go ahead and jumping in and try coming to Hawaii. So that's the biggest thing that's holding people back right now. And to a point that's a little confusing. So people want to hear answers. They want to know how they go about coming here, and that's what we're here for today to help you guys out when if you're planning to come to Hawaii.
Okay. So I'm looking through the comments here, and people are like, they're ready to, a few people are actually ready to travel and have booked. So if you guys have booked any vacations for 2022, drop it in the comment. Let us know where it is that you are going.
Gabriel said he's going to a wedding. What
Oh.
wedding are you
What
going
wedding are you
to?
going? Awesome.
Hey, I want to say hi to James real quick. James been a long time subscriber for you guys' channel and also our channel. So hey, aloha, James. Nice to see you here, buddy.
Aloha.
Yes, definitely. Always good to see James in here. And of course, Andrew as well.
Oh, and Nikaika's here.
And Vegas
And
is
Vegas is here. We got all the old school cats in here.
There you go.
ours. Gabriel is going to our wedding. Well, Gabriel, we don't know if it's gonna happen this year,
Fingers crossed.
but we'll see.
Andrew said he's going to Florida on Monday. Is that business or pleasure? Are you going for vacation, Andrew? Let us know in the comments.
Or both.
Or both. Yeah, absolutely. Could definitely be going for both.
So, what are the Hawaii restrictions now for traveling?
So Hawaii restriction currently there's actually certain islands require certain restriction. I guess requirements, right? Like in Honolulu, you can come here with just your first 2 shots,
Mhm.
whereas in Maui, they're required to be considered fully vaccinated. You gotta have taken your
And I
booster.
think they're considering to have full vaccination soon. So you have to have all three pretty much, the first, the second, and the booster. That's what they're
Oh,
considering.
wow. But currently, they are doing that in Maui already. But
They
in
are.
Honolulu, they're saying, just your 2 shots is good enough. Now, if you are not vaccinated, there are requirements on there where you got to take your test. You got to get a negative test results within 72 hours prior to your departure.
Mhm.
So that's one of the restrictions they got here. That's for the state, not just the islands.
So to just go over what you just said,
Mhm.
in Oahu, they're looking to mandate that you need the 2 shots plus the booster for you to be considered fully vaccinated.
That is currently going on in Maui,
Yeah.
but the governor came in earlier saying that he's thinking about implementing it states like the whole Hawaii instead
Right.
of just Maui. Because so far, the mayor of Honolulu said, just 2 shots is good enough for us for now.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if you
So
guys
it's
fluid right now, they're saying that basically Maui, they're mandating for you to have your 2 shots plus your booster, then you would be considered fully vaccinated. We know here in the States and in a lot of other places, you just need to have your 2 shots and you can consider yourself fully vaccinated, but not Maui. And now they're looking to possibly make that mandated for all the Hawaiian Islands, correct?
That is correct. But as of right now, it's just Maui.
And
Yes.
for those who are not vaccinated, how do they get to Hawaii?
Well, so they just gotta get tested.
Correct.
They gotta take the NAT test, the nucleic acid amplification test. They gotta take it within 72 hours prior to their departure.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wherever
And
they come
is it the same thing to enter the restaurant? You have to be either fully vaccinated or present a negative test.
Yeah,
That's correct.
you have to show the vaccination cards.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So Andrew's asking, what if you've recently gotten 2 shots? Because the booster, you're supposed to wait 6 months after for you to get the booster. How does that actually work?
Well, go ahead. You want to take this one?
So that one actually, I think it's a lot sooner now. You can take that booster a lot sooner. It's like 28 days later you can take the booster.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Before it was 6 months, but now it's 28 days later.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. So they're really enforcing it. They really want you to take that booster.
Right.
Yeah.
And for you guys, wherever it is that you're from, how is it in your state, in your country, as far as the vaccine shot and the mandates?
I'm
for
very
you to
interested
travel?
about Australia.
Yes, if anyone's here from Australia or Canada, definitely let us know what it's like as far as traveling to those places and what
Or
the
maybe coming back to your home countries.
country,
What
yeah,
are the
for sure.
restrictions coming back to your home countries?
We also had the first cruise ships coming into Hawaii as well.
Ah,
Oh, nice.
They're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, they're back.
So
hey,
finally,
Dave from Detroit.
Aloha
Sunshine says
no requirements,
no requirements in
California.
Cali.
Hello from Detroit.
Yeah.
And on Instagram, we have been to Florida already, booked Hawaii end of March, still unsure about international travel. Would love to go to Scotland.
Yeah. I wonder what it's like traveling to certain places in Europe. If anyone has anything booked for Europe this year, let us know what the procedures are in doing that. And is it fairly easy? So who said they're going to Hawaii? When is that?
Larry's coming back to Hawaii.
Deb is coming.
Oh,
to,
Deb.
Deb
Okay.
is going to
Oh,
Hawaii.
Deb's Hawaii. Yeah. Okay. And that's in March.
so let me just put it, if you don't mind me putting it here. Also, if you want to get the latest and greatest when it comes to COVID-19 and traveling to Hawaii, you can always log on to go to www.hawaiicovid19.com, and they'll keep that. They got the most updated
You want to pull that
requirements.
up for us, Chris, so we could kind of take a look at it just to see what the.
It is www.hawaiicovid19.com. I will
Oh, okay.
hawaiicovid19.com, and they'll tell you the latest and greatest. Like I said, it's so fluid here. that restrictions and whatnot are changing by the week. So
Okay.
they talk it over on the weekend, and then Monday or Tuesday they go ahead and put a new regulation restrictions or whatnot.
Right.
Aloha Sunshine says, I'll be back on
February
February 1st.
1st. Connie.
Back where? To Hawaii?
Yeah, he's to Hawaii or California
Or
Um,
Mexico.
or Mexico, right? Connie says, in Canada returning, we have to do a COVID test before coming back, and one done at the Canadian airport
Wow.
and be negative.
oh, wow.
Wait, so that means wherever you're
Double
from,
shots. Double vaccination. Double double tests they need to take.
Yeah.
Coming to Canada, you have to take double tests.
wow. Okay, so wherever it is you're coming from, you have to take a COVID test.
Yeah.
Then once you get to Canada, at the airport, you have to take another test.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
That's pretty strict.
Yeah. And that's what we were talking about in our last live, is that now when you're traveling, for those of you who are getting ready to travel this year, you really have to take into consideration what are the rules and regulations for all these different places, because they demand different things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and sometimes you never know, and you don't take that into consideration. And then you find yourself taking, 5, 6, 7 COVID tests before you even get where you want to go, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Also, my question is, how is it? Are they okay with taking us the home test? Or does it have to
Self-test,
be
right.
the self-test ones? You know how it
yeah.
goes from the
I feel like
government.
in the ones like that you can buy from Walmart and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if those tests are really accepted when
Yeah.
visiting a country. Like, I don't think you could try to go to Canada or somewhere in Europe and say, yeah, I took a Walmart test. They'll be like,
Yeah. I think you got to be with a trusted testing partner.
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah.
A whole
Because
list
we
of-
noticed in Hawaii, all the stores are sold out with the home kit test.
Oh,
They're
wow.
all sold out.
But
Yeah.
the government
Mhm.
recently pushed out, I think, a couple
Four.
of
Four
four
tests per household.
home
Free.
tests. They're giving it out for free.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
from the federal government pushing it down to residents. All you got to do is order it, and it's totally free, shipping and everything.
Yeah.
So I believe it's the government in collaboration with the USPS. They're the ones that's going to be pushing it out, and you can have up to, like she said, 4 test
Four
kits
per household.
per
Yes.
household.
And I'm
I
not
think
sure
I
if
think
they
the
do month
reason,
but-
I think the reason they might be pushing the home kit tests is because, especially now with this new variant,
Mhm.
it's so easy to contract. But yet, if you really look at the numbers, you don't really go to the hospital when you get this new variant, right? You get banged up for a day, maybe, and then you kind of just go through your quarantine. But if you had the home test, then you could just test yourself and say, okay, yeah, the reason I'm coughing or I'm feeling nauseous or I have a headache or I have a runny nose or whatever it is the test came out. I have a home kit here and it
Right.
came out positive. So yeah, I do have COVID. I'm just gonna stay at home. I think that's kind of the way it's being used now.
Right. So what country was that again? That's requiring you to test twice before going back
That's
home?
Canada.
Canada.
Uh-huh.
Canada. So the good thing is that in Hawaii, there's a lot of testing facilities all over the place here. You could go to a parking lot and one of the hospitals doing a test. It's totally free. You just
now
go
they-
there.
Yeah, now they're doing it because while we were there, that wasn't a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's there now. So
Yes.
like outside of Longs, they got a testing facility, and it's usually one of those things. The quick turnaround, like within an hour, and you can get the results.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's
that
the
might
rapid test
yeah.
we're talking about.
yep, rapid test. So it might suffice.
Yeah, but I think here's the issue. So with these tests that you purchase, these home kit tests,
Mm-hmm.
they're rapid, right? They're considered rapid, but I'm not sure really just how accurate they really are. And that's the reason why I feel when going to another country, they might not accept it. My
Right.
cousin, for example, while we were in Belize, he was feeling a little sick under the weather. He has home kits and he used the home kit, and the home kit said he was negative, but the positive line was super, super, super faint. So he was kind of like, what's up with that? So he actually went and took what is it called?
PCR.
The PCR test.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
And that's when he found out that he did have. Yeah.
Positive.
That he
Yeah.
tested positive. So the home test didn't really detect it, but the PCR did.
And I do see that being denied traveling, with the home test kit. Because who say you can just swab your dog's mouth with it or their nose,
Well,
and
they
it'll come up negative.
do it home test with the person online, checking how you took the test.
For what? For the home test?
Yeah. So you buy the test, and then you log in, and there is a person verifying that it's you taking the test, and verifying how you taking it.
I didn't
Oh,
know.
well,
Marlon, I think Marlon's on Instagram. Marlon, you have the home kit. Let us know exactly what the procedure is on taking
Home test.
the home test. Connie says she has 5 tests in a box. Wow.
so I just did one recently to my twin girls, right? Because they came back post their shot. They had really bad sore throat. So we went ahead and we got lucky and we found a set of 2 set test kits over Walmart, right?
Mhm.
And we hadn't tested them. None of those other things where we got to log on and all that. It just shows you a detailed instruction how you do it, and they came up negative. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it depends on the company that's providing the home test kit.
Right.
No, the one that the government is pushing out. I don't know what that entails. Do you have to be like what Irina mentioned? Is it
Mhm.
someone that you're gonna have to be like FaceTime with while you're performing it to validate it?
Somebody doing it. They did the story, and they were doing FaceTime with a representative, making sure they do it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry says the home tests are almost worthless because of the variability of how people collect the specimen and when they decide to do the test. But that's why they provide multiple tests so you can try to do it and
Again.
confirm. Yeah, that kind of makes sense because by the time you feel sick or you may think
Mhm.
positive, by then if you are positive, it's already been a few days already. And also that's why it's kind of when you're in a household of a family house of multiple people, when one person feels sick and then they get tested and then they have it, chances are everyone else in that apartment or household will be sick as well because it's already been 3, 4, 5 days before you even began to see the symptoms.
Right.
It's almost like a hit and miss.
Yeah.
And then also the medical insurance, they reimburse the home kit test now. I think it's up to 8 or 7. You go pay for them and you're getting it reimbursed by your medical insurance.
Right.
Yolanda says that the home kit is taken in front of someone online watching you to make sure you're doing it right. Yolanda, let us know, is it a specific company
Yeah,
that
let us know which home kit.
Which one is
I
that?
would like to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see the validity of it being denied due to the fact that it could be user error because none of us are trained to actually do it, right?
And none of us really like pushing that thing too far up your nose.
I mean, to the point that I'm scratching my brains or something like that. But
Exactly.
we don't know. We're not trained to actually do that. So I said, oh, okay, yeah, it's not good enough. I see that happening.
Maybe 2 people should do it. I do it to you and you do it to me.
Oh, you don't want me to do it to you? With my shaky hand? No.
It's not accurate all the way in.
Let's see. Alicia says, I live in Florida, but I'm from Canada. I recently went and I had to provide a negative PCR test to get into Canada, but to come back, they need an antigen test. Was not retested at the airport on arrival there. How long ago was this? Let us know.
Oh, Hamanasi
Hamanasi,
Resort just joined
how are
us.
you?
Hi guys, we miss you.
So I'm trying to figure out again, like Chris said, the rules for COVID testing from state to state, country to country vary so much. Like one day it could be one set of rules and the next day it can totally change. So that makes traveling like really frustrating and hard to really get a grasp on to decide whether you want to travel or not.
Right. It's fluid. It changes by the day. So, I mean, remember when they said before quarantine has to be 10 days long. Now they dropped that down to 5 days quarantine now.
Right.
So, it's fluid.
Now it's 5 days quarantine.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, 5 days.
CDC
And if you're
was the
positive,
one.
it's 5 days too.
Yeah.
5 days.
Yeah.
As long as you feel better, after those 5 days,
You got to
go.
test negative first,
Yeah.
and then within 5 days, you're good to go.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. So, on a lighter note, if you guys can, the question is going to be, if you guys can travel right now anywhere you wanted to, where would you go? So that's the question. Let us know in the comments. Drop it in the comments and let us know where you would go. Where would
I
you
would
guys
go to
go?
Mexico.
You would go to Mexico?
Meet up with you guys. That's where I would go. And I think I'm small enough to fit in the luggage.
That's the case, right? Carry
Well,
on.
My luggage.
there you go.
We have some people in
people
Instagram.
saying, Bali
Bali.
cruise. Let us know what cruise would you go to and where.
So speaking of cruise,
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you guys saw, there's a video that's been floating around like crazy. So I forgot what cruise line, what's the cruise line we went on recently?
Oasis of the
It's
Sea.
the Oasis of the Sea, but it's, I think, the sister ship. And they actually rented it out. The gay community rented it out, and they had this massive party on the boat, like just
Oh, wow.
ship slammed. And it's been circling on TikTok and on Instagram, and people like, this is the reason why we can't get over COVID. I mean, it was just like thousands of people all crammed together, like
No social distance.
forget about it. You can't even social distance. That's everyone was shoulder to shoulder, basically. So
Hawaii
Hawaii bound.
is
Thank you
planning
so
to go
much.
to
Tahiti. Nice.
Oh,
Ooh.
that sounds
For your
nice.
super
That's
chat. Really
awesome.
appreciate it.
Mhm.
Yes. We never made it to Tahiti.
Yeah,
we were on the
we were
way.
close.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
It's not a no. It's a not yet.
Gabby here watching us on TikTok. She's saying, I miss your
Miss
videos
you in
on Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Well, we have Chris and Marta here. They actually live in Hawaii. They do have a YouTube channel. So be sure to check out Go to Hawaii
Yes.
and take a look at their videos.
Connie says Italy. She wants to go to Italy.
Okay, it was a rare event. Most cruises are not like that. Yes, it was a rare.
Yes, it was a rare well, it wasn't rare. They actually rented out the cruise for that type of event. So it's not like that just happened out of thin air. That was rented out for that reason. When we were on the cruise, it was fine. Checking in process was fine. Getting the COVID test was no big deal. Everyone on the cruise was vaccinated. So we had no issues on the cruise whatsoever right now. So Goodwood says Rio. Nice. So
Wait, well, let's not skip Joshua here with Aulani.
Yes.
Yeah.
bam.
Aulani is great.
Like,
Definitely my favorite resort in Hawaii.
that's awesome.
Hands down.
Yeah, that's so cool. Let's see. Yeah, James said he definitely loves a lot. Hawaii Bound says Tahiti is the number one on the bucket list.
Mhm.
Tahiti's
Yeah,
awesome.
we will definitely go to Tahiti at
Oh, yeah.
one point. Probably not this year, but we'll see when.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go the same route, cruise from Australia. Hope we
Yeah.
don't get stuck on the cruise again.
I don't think that would be a
Nah.
bad place to get stuck in.
Yeah, definitely. For
I
sure.
wouldn't say that. It's like people coming here, they get negative on their test going back to Canada. Oh well, they're stuck in Hawaii for a couple more weeks or a couple of days.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff to do here, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yolanda says, I have mine from the Federal Executive Agency that has been mailed by the end of the month. We do a
Just-
FaceTime.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Again,
Going
like,
to Hawaii in June for the first time, watching some of your videos. Awesome.
awesome. What's that, Miss Yoli, right? Awesome.
Yes.
We hope you're getting some good information. And also, if you are going to Hawaii, which we can actually, Yoli, you should hop over to our YouTube channel right now where we're live as well with going to Hawaii, because we're about to give you some really cool information right now on actually touring. And we're going to get into that in a second. Right, Chris?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Yolanda said she has a wedding. Wow.
Niagara Falls.
Atlanta, and the Disney cruise.
Yeah.
I heard the Disney cruise is actually amazing, even for adults. Because before I used to think, oh, Disney cruise, it's for kids. I don't want to be on a cruise with kids running around as it is going on a regular cruise. I'm glad that now cruises are actually putting the pools and the kid area kind of like on the side of the boat somewhere on the ship, and you don't even have to see them if you don't want to. But being on a Disney cruise, I'm thinking they're running around like a madhouse. But
So I went.
amazing.
I did Disney cruise on Disney Magic.
And how was it?
Oh, it's great. It's like you're never gonna be too old to be a kid.
That
Let's
is
just put it that way. They got
Sounds
nice
fun.
concert. Oh yeah, they got a pirate night where everyone dress up like pirates. You're talking about, the passengers, everyone just act like a pirate the whole day. It is great. I loved Disney Magic, and they got an ice cream bar that's open 24/7.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know where I was at
24/7.
24/7.
Yeah, 24/7 ice cream.
Yeah.
Anybody else has been on a Disney cruise? Definitely let us know what it was like for you.
Mhm.
James says, Irene and Duan, why go to Tahiti when you can go to Moscow in February?
Cold.
I know that
Cold.
might sound like one of the most insane things to do. Like, why would you do that?
It's going to be an interesting experience.
So they
Okay,
say.
so ready for the cold?
Kona bound in
Kona
3
bound.
weeks.
Awesome. That's so cool. Goodman
No,
says,
you want to picture what if you wonder what Moscow is going to look like, I guess in February, dead winter. Go ahead and stick yourself in the freezer and close the door.
yeah, pretty much.
That's what it's gonna feel. What it's gonna feel like.
Aloha
Ooh,
6
someone's coming here.
Love your videos. So jealous. Keep it up.
Awesome.
Don't be jealous. Just be out
Just
with
be
us.
out. That's it. The Prime Minister said that on the news in Australia, he wants students and backpackers traveling to Australia and something about refunding the
The
visa fee.
visa fee.
Wait. Australia, we want students and backpackers traveling to Australia. So he's not in favor of backpackers traveling to
No,
Australia?
refunding the visa fee. That means what they are refusing.
They're refusing
the
it? I don't
travel-
understand. Yeah.
Well, Australian
think-
visa is not that expensive anyway.
Yeah. But I know places like Thailand. Obviously, Thailand is huge with backpackers, and what
Mhm.
they would stay there for a little bit, then they would just kind of leave and then come right back in and then stay again. So they're trying to crack down on that because what they're saying is that the backpackers are not contributing to the economy of Thailand because they're just there, they're staying at these little hostels or anything like that. So they're trying to really cut back on the backpacker situation and extending. I'm not sure how they would do that, but that was actually a thing that I read up on. Not sure if it's
Oh,
true.
I think it's the opposite. They actually want backpackers to come back. That's what.
Yeah, Dreaming
Okay.
Aloha says Australia government wants the backpackers to come.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting.
Mhm.
Hawaii bound Turks and Caicos is beautiful too. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah.
nice.
The water in Turks and Caicos is
You've been
beautiful.
to Turks and
No,
Caicos?
but it's on the list. We're going.
Okay.
I've seen posters.
What?
Laura.
It's 35 below in Minnesota today?
That's
35 below what?
Yeah, exactly. What? That's crazy. That's Russia temperature.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. I'll be indoors with
That
layers.
is crazy.
Daisy says, my husband and I are going to Hawaii this year in September, celebrating 25th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations!
Congrats on that. That's
Been
awesome.
watching and enjoying all your videos.
Thank you,
Daisy,
thank
and
you.
congratulations. And
Dreaming Aloha.
Dreaming Aloha says that we have shortage of workers because of COVID. Oh, either have COVID or isolating. Wow.
That's
Wow.
interesting. Wow. And
So then the backpackers would work with you?
I guess. So Brenda says she wants to go to Oahu. So guys, really quickly, of course, we always give you guys some great tips and advice as far as when you are going to Hawaii. And just walk away. And Chris here and Martha, they actually do tours. And I'm not sure if you guys know that, but they have a bus company and they go around the island touring, taking you to the best destinations you can go to when going to Oahu. So Chris, I'll let you take it away. You can give us a little bit more info on that.
Okay, so we're doing an island-wide tours, right? So instead of, when you rent a car in Oahu, you guys already know the cost involved, right? The actual rental,
The shortage of
Yeah, and the
yeah,
shortage of cars.
insurance, parking is ridiculous right now. The
Yes.
lowest you'll pay for parking is $25 a day, and then the headache of actually trying to go somewhere without knowing where it's at.
Not knowing where to go.
Right. So what our intent is, when you get here, we'll take you around the island. Number one, it saves you money, so you don't have to spend all those things, right? Because you don't really need a rental car when you come to Waikiki. Everything's within walking distance. So what we're doing is, save you the hassle of having to do all those extra planning to actually to go around the island. Right?
Mhm.
We take you to all the hot spot. And guess what? My number one driver currently right now, he used to be an actor in the show Lost.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was in 55
Very awesome.
episodes on Lost.
Wow.
And he's the one he's very knowledgeable of the
Yeah.
island.
Very great guy.
Right?
Yeah.
And we take you around the island. Actually, if I could share this real quick, Devon, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Let
I
me
wish I
share.
was in Hawaii right now
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
tour.
Yeah, come on through.
Okay.
So
what's up?
what we have, okay. So here's our website to go to, right? We can see under tours, we got different tours in there. Currently, we just added one yesterday. So there's another tour in there for outdoors. So you can go around and join our tours. And the newest addition we had was we actually take you to kayaking over at Haleiwa,
Yeah.
right?
Outdoor
It's
activities.
outdoor activities, right?
Awesome.
And we're trying to make it grow bigger and bigger. And by next month, we are planning to integrate an island-wide food tour. We take it to all the hot spots around here. And you know what? Initially, Devon and Arena, we plan to bring people for breakfast over in Yogurt Story,
Yeah.
right? Oh, sorry. Yogurt Story. But guess what? They closed.
Oh no.
Yoga Story closed?
They are moving. So all the businesses around that area had shut down and relocated somewhere else.
Oh, the
Yes,
entire
but-
complex.
Oh, the
is closed.
complex.
Their block is closing down
Right.
because they're gonna put high-rise buildings there, but they're relocating all those businesses around to different places.
Okay, let me. No, it's here. Let me get rid of this here.
We're
There
getting
we
some feedback. We'll put in our
There we go.
headphones so that they could also hear you as well, and we could patch them in.
Yeah.
Give us 1 second, guys.
Sure. I think I took care of it.
Oh, you did?
So it was just getting a feedback from Instagram.
Right.
So I
that's
went ahead disconnected from the Instagram.
ours.
Okay, so the good thing here is that people can actually book online themselves. They don't have to go to like Expedia and all that, right? Because once you do that, they're gonna start charging more and more and more, right? So in order to do that, we went ahead and integrated a book now where you can book it yourself. And if you use the coupon code Go To High, it will drop the fees down to only $125 plus tax. That's a big saving from the usual $160 fare. So we're gonna drop it down to $125 per person plus tax. And it's a great savings that you can spend somewhere else. Get some more trinkets or something, right? So we're passing on the savings to you guys. But yeah, you get that ability to do that, and we also integrated an interactive map now on our website. Oh, I can't hear you guys.
We're
Oh,
muted.
okay.
Okay.
There
There
we go.
What's
Muted.
your interactive map do?
Right. So the map, in this map, you could actually go through all the stops that we're doing. And we had recently collaborated with Giovanni's, right? Everyone knows Giovanni's, right? Giovanni's shrimp truck's the best on the island, right? So we collaborated with them. So instead of taking people to Fumi's shrimp truck, we will be taking them in over to Giovanni's. If you never had Giovanni, guys, you guys
So
are missing.
people are not going to need to stay in line. You guys gonna get all the plates for them really fast. That will save them at least 2 hours standing in line for the Giovanni shrimp truck.
Right. And we get them in there, like I said, and we're still trying to determine ways to actually pass the savings on to them.
Right.
Right. And Giovanni's always been good with us, and I got no problem with it. I love their shrimp. I'm not getting paid by saying this.
Right.
Right. Honestly, with everything I love, that's my favorite shrimp truck on island here.
Okay.
Just to put it out there. But okay, let me stop sharing this. let's go back to there.
Right.
Okay.
James said, are you still thinking about providing bus service to Tua Luau?
Okay, so we are trying to, maybe we will progress. We get a lot more buses on the road. Then we'll be able to provide custom stuff like that, like pick people up from the airport to their hotels and back and forth, right? And also start doing some luau where we drop, customers to different luaus all over the island, right? At a very low price. Right, we're talking about $25 per head, and pick you up and drop you off at your hotel room. So that's something we're coming up in the future. But for now, we're gonna stick with going around the whole island tour, right? And you know what? I just found out that Jackie Chan had a house here.
What?
Yeah. So that's one of the, when Jim, our lost actor driver, or we call him Ambassador of Aloha. We don't call them drivers. We call him our Ambassador of Aloha. Showed me Jackie Chan's house and different house. Bette Midler's had a house here.
Wow.
And I'm probably gonna age myself here, but who's that curly girl actor back in the 50s? But she had a house here too. But the dimple girl, blonde, curly hair. Maybe you guys could help us out. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
What movies is she playing in?
I think she's in Curly Sue.
How is Obama's house coming along? Because when we left there, they started the structure already.
So we just passed by and they do post that on there, right? I don't know if you guys know, Obama's house used to be the Magnum PI headquarter house.
Right.
Back in Shirley Temple. Thank you, Larry and Yolanda.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, there you go. But they're the one, they showed us that house and also the Obama house. They're still working on it.
Yeah.
And I actually got to see it because our bus is high enough that you see over the fence, and they're still working on it.
I
Right.
went to the beach a couple months ago, maybe like 3-4 months ago. I went, and it's still under construction.
Right.
Yes,
Going really
it's
slow. It's gonna be
fancy.
massive. Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna be really
It's
big.
huge.
Yeah.
Connie's asking
On Instagram.
on Instagram, is there any shops closed in Waikiki? I guess any major
Tea
shops?
Galleria is still probably closed.
Is Tea Galleria
right?
open or no?
Yes, still open.
It is
It's
open.
open because it was closed.
Tea
The
Galleria.
Japanese shopping mall.
Oh no,
TGFS?
they're not gonna open at all now.
Oh no, yeah,
They're
they're
totally
closed
closed.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Permanently closed.
Yeah, they're actually the only mall that hasn't been in Waikiki.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
It says Chris and Martha will be back in Hawaii May of 2023. There are going to be 20 of us.
Oh,
Oh, Chris, you better get that stretch bus out. You need that big school bus.
we'll get you a limo bus.
There you go.
Yolanda. I'll take care of you. No worries.
We'll see if we can get a bus with a helicopter on top too. So
That's it. It looks like she's gonna need for that because that's a
oh
big.
yeah.
Wow. My question is, it's hard to get, I don't know, 5 people to come out for drinks, much less 20 people to travel to
how do
Hawaii.
you do that?
How do you do that? Like, explain that to me. That's
Have
like
you guys traveled with a big group?
like the logistics behind that must be a nightmare.
People gonna want to do their own thing when they get here.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I mean that's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So James, the name of the place is it Shirokea?
Shirakia, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Shirakia.
So it's totally closed, and they got hit hard because of the Japanese tourism,
Yeah.
right? Because that's like the Japanese shop here, right?
Yeah.
They got all the good food and good shopping out there.
Mhm.
Since the Japanese tourism had gone down.
Speaking of Japanese, you got me in the mood for some sushi.
Sushi, you know what? I'd much rather have
Ramen?
Well, ramen all day, every day, right? Put a slice of spam on there, I'm there. But I'm more like the poke.
So the
Yes.
funny thing is, I
Uh-huh.
asked Irina just yesterday. I said, Irina, if we were to go back to Hawaii at this very second, what would be the first thing you would go to eat? And that's exactly what she said.
Okay.
Poke is it's ono, right? It's
So
ono over
Hawaii
here.
has the best poke.
Let us know, guys, if the people who have been to Hawaii or the people who are planning to go to Hawaii, what would be something you would look forward to eat once you're in Hawaii? Let us know in the comments.
Hawaiian steak, also known as spam. It's prime over here. So we got McDonald's here that serves spam. I'm just
Yep.
saying.
Yes.
Here you go.
The only in Hawaii.
Exactly.
Andrew says, I drove a group of 12 individuals to go on a wine tour every year. Normally they go to Europe, but with COVID, they came to Washington so people can
Wow.
coordinate somehow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's a big
So-
shift. That's a huge shift.
Dope username says
They're answering on.
hola, aloha, and hello. And poke, lao lao,
Lau lau.
lunch plate.
Mhm.
Where's the best place to get poke? Well, my personal favorite is Onos. And I also like Ahi Assassins, but
Ahi Assassins.
are they guys still open? Because I remember they had some problems with their lease in that little spot. Shaped
Ahi
as-
Assassin. That one is at Ala Moana you're talking about, right?
No,
no.
Ahi Assassin. No, it
No.
was a
by
little bit
by Cloud. So
by
okay.
Leonard's.
Okay, so you know where the what's the name? It
The
begins
spot-
with day. The spot.
The
The
spot.
spot.
Okay, so it's right up. It's not really across the street from it, but it's close to that area
Yeah.
by the
Okay.
highway. Yeah, but Foodland has really good poke also, right?
And then also there's Fresh Catch.
Fresh
Have
catch.
you heard of Fresh Catch?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Fresh
one.
Catch is Foodland locations.
They do have one there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but the very first shop was in Kaneohe, and
Kaneohe,
It's
there's
so
one in
good.
Kaimuki, very close to Leonard's Bakery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
really
Fresh Catch. Yes, I remember their poke.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Joshua is asking, what is the best ramen place in Waikiki? My daughter loves ramen, and she would love to try this place. You know where that is,
you
right?
know where it's at, guys.
Actually, Chris was the one that put us on to that. We walked past there all the time because we lived really close to it, and there would always be a line. And I said, Chris, there's a place in Waikiki, and there's always a line, and they do this ramen. Chris is like, you didn't know about that place? I'm like, no. He's like, we're going there. We went
Yep.
there. Food was
I
awesome.
think there's a lot of good places
No,
in
but
Hawaii.
the best one is where I took them, which is Nakamura Ramen Nakamura.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's right next to Hard Rock Cafe,
Yes.
and it's to die for. I love the ramen.
From, well, really
Tommy
right
Bahamas.
next door to Tommy Bahamas.
But
Right.
I would say the vegetable flavor in ramen was not really that great. I prefer the oxtail. The oxtail had just explosive flavor,
yes.
and that was really
Wait,
enjoyable.
but the dumplings though,
Ooh.
the
Yes,
oza, the
gyoza
oza was
the best.
bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Really
And they give
good.
you fried rice. The fried rice was good too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Can't
So-
forget about the fried rice. So yeah, Joshua, that's the best place to go. Daisy wants to know.
I know this is live, but we will be able to rewatch this video again. Yes, we are saving this live video on Instagram, and it will be also on our YouTube channel in the live category, so you can rewatch it definitely. Where is the best place? Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
the best place for poke, we already got it.
That.
So the new place opened up in the international marketplace. What is it called? The Liliha Bakery, right? So
Yes.
did you go eat there? How's the interior and how's the food there?
Go ahead. You take
You
this.
went, didn't you?
Yeah,
Go?
I
Yes, so
did.
you can talk about
Sorry about that. My lighting went down.
The Liliha pastries.
Yeah.
The
Right.
famous puff pastries.
It's
But-
great. So I love their Cocoa Puffs. And people in Hawaii, like Larry, you know what I'm talking about. Cocoa Puffs is the bomb. They got chantilly on top. Oh, it's so good. It's like nice and nice chocolate filling.
It's a chocolate
It
pudding
will-
filling and a semi frosting, like a
Mhm.
vanilla coconut frosting.
Mhm.
Yes,
Oh,
It's
nice.
great. That's what we get.
You would recommend people to go there to eat?
and that's what we offer at our tour bus.
Yes, we
Yes.
do that. You know, because some tour buses here, they give them Leonard's malasadas, right?
Yeah,
cheap.
that's yesterday's. That's yesterday's.
Yes, that's a pass. So
We're on the new stuff.
we got the new stuff. We're trying to bring the local flavor, right?
Yeah.
Locals love Liliha Bakery. They love
Yes.
Cocoa Puffs, right? When we go to hotel, instead of giving them tips, we give them a box of Cocoa Puffs.
Wow.
We have Luke here from Hopkins. He is actually drumming, and we featured his friends on our
Yes, they're
YouTube
drummers.
channel.
They're awesome.
It was
Nice.
really fun.
That's some talent. I saw
Yeah.
that.
Oh wait, I just wanted to touch on this. So I changed the best luau recommendations for
So
us.
Toa Luau,
Toa Luau.
because it's the most authentic. They do a lot of fun activities, and we have the entire vlog on them. Any other luau's are more commercial, and the reason why I personally love Toa Luau is their fire show, because they have
Bomb.
10 people spinning fire sticks at the
But the
same
showstopper,
time.
though, the showstopper
Well,
is.
they're gonna have to go see to.
Don't tell them the showstopper.
No, don't
All right,
tell
I'm
them
not
the
gonna
show.
tell you.
You're
You
gonna
guys
have
gotta
to
go
go.
see it for sure. Chris, what's your favorite and why?
Ooh, I would have to go personally, right?
Mhm.
I would go with the PCC, Polynesian Cultural Center.
That's a good one.
I love their show. Breath of Life
Yeah.
is
But
definitely a
it's
show.
not a luau show. For all fairness, it's
Right.
a full production show. They are
Right.
luau in like just a luau. If you rate between all other luaus,
Yeah.
it's kind of regular. It's
Mhm.
nothing that's spectacular. But the PCC show after is the best show in
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oahu,
it's
for
definitely
sure.
worth it.
Right. But for food, so I split up the categories into two, right? Because I put it with the best show
Mhm.
and the best food,
Oh,
right? And that's how I consider them, right?
Right.
So I'd go with PCC. Food wise, my recommendation or where I like to go to.
They definitely have lots of variety.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say I'd go with Paradise Cove.
really?
Okay.
Yes, Paradise Cove.
No, for food. For food.
For food, yes, for food. But then again, you know what? The thing is that when COVID happened, they made some changes, right? Instead of doing a buffet style and all that, they started giving out some bento boxes.
Right. That has all changed.
So that changes. So I haven't been to Alua lately, so I don't know what changes they've had. So okay, give me a sec.
Sure.
Sorry.
Chill spaghetti at Zippy's.
Oh, wow, yes.
Foodland.
Yeah, Zippy is
That's
actually pretty popular in
very
Hawaii
specific.
too.
Andrew says the lava flow drinks.
Well, since we've been traveling in Belize, we got new food cravings. Is Paradise Cove open now? I think it is open. Aloha 619 says Paradise Cove is nice. Foodland show so personal. Food and show so
It's so
personal.
personal, right?
This was one we always went to.
Oh, okay.
Paradise Cove.
Paradise Cove, right? Okay. Let's see here.
Himalayan Kitchen in Honolulu, great place. Have you heard
of that, Chris?
It's Indian food.
Oh, okay.
It's good. Not bad at all.
Love Murakami udon.
Ooh, yeah, definitely got to do that.
There's always a line there as well.
Yes.
For us, it wasn't really that great. I think we had it once and we were kind of like, it's okay. And then we're like, you know what? In all fairness, let's give it a go again.
Stacey, put on some COVID weight.
Yeah, right?
Sit koa.
Oh, that's cool. Oh my
That's
God.
cool, yeah.
There's koa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he's so big.
That's why he's a fatty. Yeah.
It's a fatty.
Yeah.
It's a bad pig.
Siju, I'm not sure how to pronounce your tag. Sorry. Hello from Hungary.
Hungary,
Welcome.
awesome.
And today we're talking about would you travel 2022 and where?
And where, yes.
Connie says my husband is a pizza guy.
Tualua has the best atmosphere. Jermaine's had the best show, and Paradise had the best drinks.
Oh, awesome.
That's Andrew is a well-seasoned luau veteran. He got them all covered. But wouldn't it be great if they all had just all the best, right? Now you have to go hopping around. Well, for us, I think, I don't know if it's fair to say, once you've been to one, you kind of been to all. I mean, as far as the structure of it, right? But the only thing with Toa Luau that I noticed was different is when you arrive at Toa Luau, they have activities for you to do,
Yeah.
and I can't recall that at another luau we've been. So they teach you how to
No,
do they don't, right?
No, I think Kamoana has some activities before, a little bit before the luau, but I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
as far as like actually cultural classes
cultural
and
classes.
activities, that's the only one that has so many different varieties.
Yeah, let us know if
If Laura says, what do you guys miss the most about Hawaii? I really enjoy your YouTube channel. Okay, you go first.
what do I
Miss most
Oh,
about
man.
Hawaii.
This guy's right here. This guy's.
Besides, that's a given.
That's a given. Come on, Chris. You know that.
I know.
Wow. You know, I actually miss going out and creating content for you guys. I miss that part of it because Hawaii just has so much to offer. And it was so cool when we were there, especially within the last few months. We really got a grasp on what you guys wanted to know about Hawaii, like where to go and what to do, where to stay. And putting those videos together for you guys, those informative videos, I think for me, is probably what I missed the most, because now that we're traveling and we are obviously continuing to create content, the content is not the same. It has to change, right? Because we are traveling now and we're not in the same place. We were living in Hawaii, so it was different. Our approach is different. So I think creating the content, the Hawaiian content. What about you?
It's hard to do just one. But
No, you have one.
No.
One.
Maybe the beaches.
That's fair.
Hawaii do have one of the best beaches in the world.
Yeah. Mimi says, waiting for you guys to come to Australia.
Sydney. We actually been to Sydney just before COVID.
Yeah.
But we loved it and we do want to
come back.
We
want to come back. I'm going to tell you guys something really interesting about Australia that we noticed. So when we were in Australia, we created several vlogs. And one of the first vlogs we created was, I think, like 20 shockers of Australia, first impressions of Australia. Mm-hmm. So a lot of things that we thought was different, or things that we didn't know why they were the way they were, and we put that in the vlog. And believe it or not, the people in Australia, like, they commented. You could check the comments on those videos, and people are just so supportive in Australia. They will tell you, like, we were like, why is it that every time we stand at a corner, we hear this beeping sound coming out of every light post? And we were like, I don't understand what that's for. And then they started explaining exactly why the light post beeps and everything. It was just a whole bunch of different things that we were unaware of there. Even certain birds we saw flying around in the park, we were like, what kind of bird is that? That looks like something from like a prehistoric time. I mean, yeah, exactly. You're in Australia, right? So, and they would explain it to us. Even when we were there, someone saw us looking at the bird like strangely, and they were like, they're just walking by like, oh, don't worry about that. That's just whatever he called it. And I was like, oh man, like, that's so cool. And even after we left Australia, again, you could check the comments. People in Australia, they're always like, you guys need to come back. We can't wait to have you back in Australia. Like, it's for us, that sounds like so.
Yeah. We're not backpackers and we're not planning to work in Australia, but we definitely want to
and everyone
back.
wants us to come back to Australia. The Australians want us to come back, and that's really cool. That's really
awesome. With us, the Aussies and the Kiwis are some of the warmest people I've met.
Yeah,
right? So welcoming, and they're always accommodating. They're so accommodating. That's what I loved about interacting with Kiwis and Aussies. Is they're like, it's like, what can we do for you? You know, how can we make it better? Type of deal. Right, it's awesome. Great.
Yeah, so we appreciate the Aussies for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. People in our book.
We are doing 2 luaus for our trip to Oahu. The first is at Nutridge Estate, and then we're doing PCC. Figure to do 2 that are completely different.
Y'all's YouTube channel
have helped us so much. Awesome.
Glad to be of help.
Let us know which one you like best. Nutridge has really nice views.
Yeah, Nutridge really does.
But you know, mind you, when you go to PCC or Polynesian Cultural Center, it's an all-day deal, right? You don't just go there at dinner time. You go there and know the whole history and the people of Polynesia all together,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And that's what it's an experience that will last a whole day. And
Mhm.
plus, they open up a marketplace right outside them recently too.
Yes, I remember you
So,
told us that.
yeah, it's great. It's like
Awesome.
a little where you can get trinkets and whatnot, and they got food places you can eat. So it's not bad at all. So it's gonna make your day longer. So
Yeah, that's cool.
keep that in mind.
Larry says, do you know if the Four Seasons in Coluna
Colina.
is still have their weekend brunch buffet?
That's
Do
a
you
good
know, Chris?
question. I'm not even sure about that.
Well, last I checked, they reopened, but it's not as grand how it was before, right? Because
Yeah.
they're limiting the interaction. You know, you don't want food.
Right,
And
especially with
so,
buffet.
you're right. There's a lot more. Well, not a lot more, but a little bit more restricted, I guess.
Mhm.
So, but they do have the buffet back, but it's a lot better than the bento box. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy says we are scheduled to arrive on Oahu February 6th. That's right here. We're
Mhm.
closely watching all the news and information for any changes, requirements. That's smart. So actually, that brings us to something that I really wanted to talk about is kind of like now that you're traveling or people who are getting ready to travel in 2022. So it's obviously totally different from traveling pre-COVID. Everything has changed. The dust is settling a little bit, but obviously COVID is still out there. It's still a concern. And it has changed the way travel has been. So one of the first things that we would definitely suggest when traveling in 2022 is doing your research.
Yes.
That's doing your research is actually more important than purchasing the ticket, I would say, right? You need to know what you're doing and what you're getting into before you even try purchasing and seeing if plane tickets are available.
Right.
You know, and that's crazy, right? Like normally pre-COVID, you want to go somewhere, you go online, boom, right away. I'm ordering a flight. Is there a flight available? What's the
I'm
cost
out.
of a flight? I'm gone. Right now, you have to be like, okay, this is a place I would like to go. What are the COVID restrictions? What do I need to know? Do I need to be tested before getting there? And of course, that's mostly within going to different countries and stuff like that. But it's like research is everything now.
Right.
It's
And there are resources everywhere.
yes,
Right.
they
The
are.
biggest thing is, I mean, before when we were, I mean, I guess a little bit before COVID, right? We would go online on our desktop, do some research and all that. But now everyone's doing it on their phones, right?
Yeah.
So that's the best way is to get to, I guess, the government website for the country you plan to go to get the latest and greatest instead of getting hearsay and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
TV school and all that, but the TV news, they're not going to give you the full details on what you want to know,
Right.
right? It's just whatever they want to push out that day, that's what you're going to hear, right?
Yeah.
So go to the government's website, actual government website, and actually look it up. That's
Yeah.
the best. That's my tip for you guys.
Yeah, and also not only just the country's regulations, but particular regions or cities as well.
Right. That makes a difference as well. So again, this could be another reason why I get it. Why people sometimes it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna cancel. I'm just gonna forget about 2022. Hopefully, we can bounce back fully in 2023. Well, that's what we said about 2021. Now we're in 22. So again, how long can you actually hold out? That's what it comes down to. Before you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go through the procedure of doing my research and do my due diligence and being safe and actually going out there because I need a vacation, right?
But
Two
actually,
kinds
I
of people.
remember as we were going live in 2021 from Hawaii, people were saying, "Oh, I booked my vacation for 2022. Hopefully, the COVID will be gone by then." And now we're in 2022.
It's always changing.
Yes. And that was.
But you know what?
Uh-huh.
All this ordeal started in 2020, correct? I saw a meme where it's sad to think about it, but 2022 is pronounced as 2022.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of changes much, but they are trying to adapt with the changes. I think that's what they're trying to do to open it up a little bit more, right? Especially in Hawaii. Here, tourism is one of the I guess, biggest, I guess, revenue for the state,
Absolutely.
right? So they're trying to open it up. We're not trying to keep everyone out of here. It's just we're trying to keep everyone safe.
Right. Yeah, and that was a big thing with Hawaii. They were like, everyone was getting upset, like, why are they doing it the way they're doing it? But because again, people don't really think of the bigger picture. They're just like, my bags are packed. I bought my tickets. I'm ready to go. Don't
Right.
stop. So
Connie is
Well,
asking, where is Northridge Estate located? It's in Tantalus, right?
Mhm.
not rich, yeah.
Yeah, it's located in Tantalus Lookout. That's why you get a really beautiful view of Honolulu and Waikiki and a lot more.
Yes.
It's
Thinking
about
going to Waikiki
15
in
minutes.
April and staying in Hilton Hawaiian Village. Your walkthrough was amazing. Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you, Mimi.
Glad we were able to help. I'm sorry, Chris, what were you saying?
Oh, no. It takes about what, 10, 15 minutes to get from Waikiki to Nutridge. So it's not that far away.
That's really close.
Yeah.
Another tip we'd like to talk about is to know the cancellation policies.
Right.
Right, Chris?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
How does your with your
welcome,
company, how does your cancellation policy work?
So with our company, I know how it is, right? I try to empathize with our prospective customers, right? So a lot of people are saying, oh, they got to cancel 7 days before their thing, or they get certain percentage away, right? Us knowing what we're going through, us in, consumers and all that, we realize that, things change fluidly around here. So my cancellation policy for our company is going to be 24 hours. So the only way you're not going to get your refund is when you don't show up on the meeting place at that time. Right.
So right up to that point.
Right. So because I know everything changes, right? It happens. And that's the biggest, like I said, that's a good tip about cancellation policy for each company you're going to go to, and the airlines too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
Well, that's actually a great cancellation policy, but not all companies, of course, have really good cancellation policies, and they give you a hassle for you to get your money back. So that's definitely something that you have to be aware of when traveling in 2022, is that know where you're going and know what the cancellation policies are, because if you contract COVID or things just go out of control again and they close down or whatever the situation is, then you find yourself having to cancel, and that's definitely not a good situation to be in. No one wants to be in that situation.
Oh, James.
Back.
Thank you so
Thank you so much,
Grace.
James.
Love the live streams. Great to see all four of you on. Mahalo. Thank you, James.
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate your support.
You're awesome, James. I love that guy.
So where is the new location for the yogurt story?
So actually, they have not announced it yet.
But
Yes,
it's
unconfirmed.
but it's supposed to be only like a stone throw away, so fairly close to their original location. Right.
So that whole block is actually shutting down at January 31st. And some businesses already found their location, the new location, but some, I guess, still looking. Yeah, but it's a lot of restaurants. It's at least, even Asahi Grill, they changed their location as well, because there was an Asahi Grill on that block as well.
So if you guys haven't heard of Yogurt Story, I think Devon and Arena had put it, stressed it enough with a couple of videos that they had.
We stressed it. We put it in neon lights, everything.
They got like 20 videos from there, and it's not a paid advertisement, right? They love sharing that because the food is ono, or it's delicious. The food there is great. Ube pancakes, nowhere else serves ube pancakes, right?
That sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Kanye says we had to register with the Hawaiian government
The
too.
government as well, yeah. He said, did you have to quarantine when you went to South America? No, we didn't. And it was actually Central America. So we were in Belize, which is located in Central America, and you don't have to quarantine, but you do have to get tested before 48 hours.
Yes.
48 hours before entering Belize, you have to get tested. I was told that when you leave Belize, you have to get tested as well. But here's the thing. We flew into Belize where we were tested before getting there, and we had to show the COVID test.
Oh, you know why? Because right now Mexico does not have any restrictions for COVID. That's why we didn't have to get tested when we left Belize.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did tell us when we leave Belize as well, we have to be tested. But I guess if we were flying out of Belize, then
to US
to the US, then we had to be tested. But because we took by ground, we went to Mexico. There was no testing done at Mexico, and again, that's because, like Irina mentioned, there's no testing in
Yeah, it was really easy to
in
travel
Mexico.
to Belize. We just needed to do the test, and they didn't even ask for our vaccination cards or anything like that.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, Connie.
and right now, Mexico has no COVID restrictions at all, so they do not ask for tests or vaccination, nothing at all. Hawaii bound is asking, I wonder if Greece is on your all radar to visit anywhere in the Mediterranean. Yes, definitely. Greece will be all over Greece.
Yes. And I told Irene, I said, when we go to Greece, we're gonna have to like probably extend our visa and probably stay there for 6 months as opposed to
So my favorite part in Greece has to be Suda Bay Crete.
Oh, really?
What is it?
Suda Bay Crete.
Bay?
Yeah, it's
Oh, really?
great out there. The island of Crete is part of Greece, but it got their own. I don't know. It's like a Mediterranean version of Hawaii, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, not that I'm an alcoholic or anything like that, right? But they got a whole cove of nothing but liquor, bars and all that. I was like,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I
right,
think
but-
everywhere in Greece is like
yeah,
bars
right,
and restaurants.
Like,
right.
Connie says, you too, travel safe, and thank you for coming into our lives. Big hugs to you too, Connie. We really enjoy interacting with you and coming live and hanging out with you all. So thank you so much for being with us too.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, thank you, Larry. Thank you for that comment. That's so great of you.
Okay.
Chris and Marta living and spreading the aloha with generous cancellation policy.
Absolutely.
You have my business. Awesome.
Oh, awesome, Larry. Thank you very much. But looking forward to meeting you one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris and Marta go above and beyond to make sure you guys enjoy
Yeah, you'll be in good hands for sure. No doubt.
your trip. Yeah.
James said so. Mexico is a free-for-all, party central.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, there are parties like crazy. We not even, but there are several restaurants here. They do live music.
We can't hear you guys.
Okay, there you
Oh,
go. Yeah.
I was saying that where we live here in Mexico, where we stay there are restaurants and live music everywhere on every corner. There are so many people loud, talking, laughing, and we just shut the windows and we're not even going out past 6 p.m.
But my cousin had told me, he's like, you guys are going to Mexico. Mexico is like a hot spot right now as far as with as far as with COVID and stuff. But now that they dropped their policies, it's just
yeah, we saw on social media there are just parties, raves here. It's crazy. But we're not even going to restaurants. We went to the supermarket, got our groceries,
came back.
That's it.
But that's for us. That's the difference in the way of us dealing, because I know when we left Hawaii, we were thinking like, how are we going to manage? Like, what if things get worse, or how are we going to manage with the situations the way they are now? And again, when we're traveling, obviously, so we're exposed much more than someone who's just living somewhere, right? But at the same time, it's not like we're going out. For example, we're here in Tulum, right? Everyone knows, you could party in Tulum. We're not going to be going to any one of these raves or anything like that, because that's kind of almost taking advantage of a situation that you already know is bad. You already know you have to quarantine, or you have to be safe, and you have to wear your mask, and you have to do this and do that. There's guidelines. But for you to be like, well, they don't have any restrictions here anyway, so why not? Just the fact that they don't have restrictions shouldn't mean that you're going to put yourself at risk as well as everyone else. You know what I mean? And I think now, not for nothing, I think with the new strain, people understand now it's not like COVID-19, where when you caught COVID-19, you're like, damn, I could die. The fear of it was just so crazy, right? Now with this new strain, it's like,
just the flu.
Oh, I just got like a little headache, or I got a little runny nose, or I'm banged up for one day. I'm good. People be like, I'm out. I'll wear my mask. I go out. I have to go to work. I have to make my money. You know what I mean? I have to party. I have to live my life. So literally, you can be right next to someone that has contracted it, but they're just kind of like whatever because they feel good. I guess it's hard to feel like you're perfect, like nothing is wrong with you. You know you're tested positive, but still, it's like, why should I have to be at home? I have to make money, or whatever the situation is. So it becomes a little bit more crazier, I think, and I think that's why it's been catching on like wildfire because you never know. People just go out.
People don't take it seriously.
And they don't take it as serious because it's now not like a life or death situation. Like
Yeah. My excuse would be I'm a little too old. I need to be in bed by 6.
You mean you're not going out popping bottles, Chris? Come on.
Some margaritas?
Yeah, maybe like 10 years ago, yes.
Hawaii Band have a tip for you guys. See if you can drop off business flyers at the military bases. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
It's in the making.
it's in the making.
Yeah.
Since I'm a retired military, right? We are in contact with, let's say, ITT or ITR. They're like the recreation people for the bases, and they're the one that book you to different places, right? So I'm still in negotiations with them because at the end of the day, they're still a business. So we got to do some sort of negotiations with them in regards to how we get mutual benefit for that collaboration.
Right.
So,
That
but
makes
thank you though. Thank you, Hawaii Bound. I'm looking for an operations manager. Hit me up.
It hit me in the DM. So a next tip, right? What do you guys think? Travel insurance. Let us know in the comment. How many of you guys actually purchase travel insurance? Now, for us, we've never purchased travel insurance.
Well, for flights.
For certain flights we've done it, but how many of you guys actually, when you're going on vacation, always consider getting travel insurance? Because I know some people are just like, you do that, Chris? Yeah, you're down on travel.
I'm a firm believer of it's better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it.
Exactly.
Not have it.
Right. Better safe
Right.
than sorry.
All right.
Yes,
That's
that's a must.
Yeah,
Mimi says.
Mimi said it's a must for them to have travel insurance as well.
Well, there's different types of travel insurance. The one is just covering the trip insurance, and the one is covering medical, or some cover both. So there are different policies. And now Mimi says that you have to make sure it includes the COVID cover for the insurance.
Yeah.
We just did the very first time because of COVID.
Yeah. So again, you see how travel has changed. There's so much more now to take into consideration than just booking a flight and where you're going to stay. It's just so much more, because especially insurance now, like you don't want anything to go wrong sideways, and then all of a sudden you're asked out on a crap load of money.
James says that his credit card included one, but needed to review next time I travel out of country.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people who travel, and again, the average person might do a vacation once, maybe twice a year. So they don't really travel that often. So it's kind of like, oh, I don't go much. So, I'm not really
Well, it's per trip.
going.
It's a lot of times you can purchase, but for the trip only.
Well, that brings me to another point, is that sometimes travel insurance can be, let me know in the comments, is travel insurance something clear cut to you? Do you understand how travel insurance works? Which travel insurance you should purchase based on where you're traveling to or how you're traveling? Let us know in the comments, because I know sometimes for us, travel insurance can be kind of like, do we buy it or do we need it? Or based on where you're going and what you're doing, of course.
So we have a question for Chris. Will
Be
be
in a few weeks. Thinking using the bus locally. Okay. Do you feel it's safe? Thank you. Yes. So first off, you go in order for you to get to the local bus here. I mean, the website is www.thebus.org, right? And I feel like it's safe. Number one, because their drivers get tested daily.
Correct.
Right? They get their temperature check and all that. And also the mask is enforced.
There's a mask mandate enforced.
Right? When you get on a bus. So, we don't know scientifically how much that's going to stop stuff. Right. But they are enforcing masks, and they're trying to put as much preventative actions in there to keep everyone safe.
Yeah, a lot of people in Hawaii, they rely on the bus, so it's safe.
Yeah.
We took the bus several times in Belize, and we were on the bus for like 4 hours, right?
Ouch.
Yeah, we were just 4 hours on the bus going from like Placencia to Belize City, and it was long. Everyone on the bus was wearing a mask. The windows and in Belize, it's not like these big tour buses, right? These massive tour buses. It's like school buses that they converted it into
like old school.
an old school. So like the windows pulled down halfway, that type of. Yeah. So we were concerned taking the bus there, but once we were on the bus, we realized like people brought their windows down, and once that bus hit the highway, I mean, all the air rushing through that bus, like it was like a wind tunnel in there. There's no way a virus could survive that bus. Like I was gonna get blown out the window. That's how much air was passing through the bus.
My.
It made us feel a little bit better. We're like, okay, at least we're not confined into this, into this school bus. So
Some
it
people
wasn't that
were
bad.
wearing double masks.
Yeah. So
that's the biggest thing about the difference between bacteria and virus, right? Virus, doesn't strive in heat, right? So when you go outside more often, chances are you're going to get it less instead of being in a confined area.
Wait. So does that mean I should be really concerned going to Russia now? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying when you get to Russia, just be outside.
Yeah, right.
All right, just be outside. That's what I'm getting at.
So how are the restrictions in Moscow now?
They are thinking to implement some restrictions, so we're keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
But masks, everyone wears masks, and now they're thinking to do QR codes to go to different places. So we'll see if
we'll
if
go
they will
we'll go
implement it or
live
not.
from Russia, and we'll tell you
Yeah.
exactly what the deal is once we get
Definitely.
We're
there.
excited to see you guys freeze.
You'll see me with like the Russian hat when I come on. I'm gonna be
It's so different
I'll
to
be
you
ready.
guys
Oh, yeah.
like that.
So find a way to do a polar bear plunge out there, Devon.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Listen, I didn't even do the plunge when I was in Hawaii. You think I'm gonna do that when I'm in Russia? Yeah, okay. Yeah, at 20K, I'll be in Russia, and I'll do a plunge out there for you guys in a Speedo.
Mimi has another tip for us. Make sure the COVID cover includes the cover for companions if one person contracts COVID.
Oh, look at that. I didn't even know that that's a thing.
That's a really
Definitely,
good
guys,
tip.
if you have any tips as far as traveling and insurance and anything goes, if you are traveling, definitely drop it in the comments. Let us know, share it with others. It definitely helps for sure.
I think this is something that you need to do every week.
Yeah.
Because you know what, you're getting a pool of people from different locations. They got different stuff going on in there. It's a good community to share.
Different stories, yes,
Yeah.
and different experiences. That's why
Right.
we really love coming live and interacting with all of you guys. We'll be in Tulum till January 28th.
We just extended it. We were gonna leave in a couple of days, but we
to
extended
Playa
it.
del Carmen, but
Yeah.
the thing is, the internet in Tulum is much better than in Playa del Carmen. So we decided to stay here a little bit longer and then go up north.
Yeah. Hawaii Bound says we definitely can use your advice and videos and travel insurance and air miles. Yeah, air miles that's another beast. Yeah, we'll have to dig into that one definitely.
That's a video by itself.
Oh yeah, for sure. James said the rivers in Moscow look so warm. Sure, Irina's gonna be the one diving. She's the Russian. She loves the cold weather.
What are you talking about?
You know you love the cold weather. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Wow, we've been on already almost for an hour and a half. Thank you guys so much. This has been an awesome conversation. Let us know if this is something that you kind of want us to do more. We can come on here and we can have a discussion on everything travels and share some information on what's going on out there in this crazy world of 2020 and beyond 2022.
We thank Marta and Chris for joining
Yes,
us live.
absolutely. This is really cool.
We miss
This
you
was last minute, guys. I reached out to Chris like an hour before we went live. Like, Chris, what are you doing? You're in underwear? Let's go. We're going live.
Yeah, we're like, change your plans. We're live.
It was really cool to have you guys on here.
I think we should do something like this more often.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Sounds good.
And we'll figure out some really cool topics for you guys. definitely let us know below this video, what would you like us to talk about? Like, what concerns you about traveling in 2022 and beyond? And drop a comment below once the video goes up on YouTube, and we'll be sure to take a look at them and read the comments. And hopefully when we come back on live again, we'll be hitting you guys up on the topics you guys want to.
Yeah, so the next place we're staying at should have decent internet, so we will go live next
Hawaii.
week.
Yes. Hawaii what, Chris?
Best internet right here. Come back. Come right back.
Come back for the internet.
There you go. But you know what? Thank you guys for watching. Please don't
Yeah.
forget to comment, like, share, subscribe on Just Be Out, and go to Hawaii
Yeah.
and hit that notification button so you know when we both go online. So
Yes.
we'll keep you posted on everything that's going on, whether in Mexico or in Hawaii.
And let us know if you actually enjoyed this collaboration between us, and go to Hawaii. We could definitely do this more if you guys would like that. So that's it. Thank you guys again for watching. And as usual, just be out with us.
Bye.
Cheers!